assignment to bring us on board so that we are able to catch up from the previous lesson. So probably by confirmation, I can see Paul, Janet, Esther, Newton. Probably if you saw the assignment, you can type one on the chats. Type one on the Zoom chats if you saw the assignment that I shared this morning. Yeah, I can see Newton saw it, Janet, yes. Paris, thank you. Levi, thank you. Esther, thank you very much. Now, it is my hope that you had time to look at it. No, if you looked at it and probably attempted, maybe you can unmute and let us know if you have any problem. If you could be having any problem, then you can let us know. So basically the assignment was to recap what we discussed last week, and basically we looked at two functions, the sum if and sum ifs, and I think we were able to articulate it pretty much. But should you have any problem, probably you can share with me so that we can look at it together. So today I want us to look at something similar to what we looked at last time, and I think I'll just mention in passing because they are very common inbuilt functions in Excel, and they are straightforward, just like when we have sum and sums if. Okay, so I want us to look at the first part of this lecture. I want us to look at Countif ifs, and then we also have average ifs, and then from there, probably after the lab work, we will come back and look at sorting. Sorting is equally very important in when you are handling data, and therefore we need to know some of the procedures on how you can be able to sort using particular specific criteria. We will also look at the filter. In the filter, we have basic filtering using the basic criteria, and we also have advanced criteria. So we look at all this as we move on, and we are going to use employee data, which I think I shared last time. So we'll still use the same data to do our lab work. So straight away, I'll go to our first slide. Now, what we have is just a minute. I need to start from here. Yes, correct. Yeah. So what we have is the ifs function. Now, when we talk about the count ifs function, it has two functions. One of them is count, and the other one is if. Okay. And what happens here is that we normally use this to count, to count a number of items of which some particular criteria is met. Okay. And what will happen is that you will find that it has some arguments. It has at least two arguments. So when you are writing the formula, or you are using the function, of course, the key word is countifs. And then, of course, in the parentheses, you will have criteria range 1, criteria criteria 1, and then criteria range 2, then criteria 2. You see what happens here? Just like the if, the sum if, and the sum ifs. We are trying to count some items, and when we count these items, we subject some criteria on it so that it's able to count when the criteria is being met. And you will find that we have a real example here. Like you can see, the first argument here is J2, sorry, J2 through J1001. I generated this from the employee data, and I would suggest that you open that data, although I'll still open from my end. And then we have the criteria here, P2, and we have now the criteria range 1, criteria range 2, and then we have this. So you can see here that from this syntax here, the first argument here is criteria range 1. So this is just a range of cells that we are going to pick our criteria 1. So this criteria 1 is actually coming from this. Okay, then we have criteria 2 is a criteria which is based on this cell range, criteria 2. Okay, so that's basically what we have. So when you look at a real example, we have it here, and it's important to note that this Latino, you can see this Latino is a text, as we'll be able to see. I think this was the ethnicity in employee data. So we'll have that. And one of the questions that we may ask ourselves is, how many employees from each ethnicity get an annual salary of at least $250,000? So let me open this employee data, and you can also open yours. Let me just be there. Yeah, I can have the original here. Okay. I need to have opened this other one. Just a minute. Okay. So you can as well open the same so that we are able to get that. Now, I have this example here, as you can be able to see here, that what I've done, I'm using, this is Countif function. What we have here is, this employee data. Of course, you have this, and of course, it captures details of the employees. Again, we have the ID, we have the full name of the employee, we have the job title, department, business unit, gender. Yeah, it's good to remind ourselves ethnicity. We have age, we have hiring date, we have the annual salary, bonus, country, we have the city, then we have the exit date. Okay. Now, what we are saying is, if you look at this formula here, I just want to just go straight. Remember, now this is an example of data that we have. Maybe let me have this. Let me duplicate that page, and then let me have this. Let me have this, that one there. Now, this is an example, a practical example that we have from the sheet. And I want us to look at all this. Now, this is the first argument. Maybe let me use a green color. Okay, that's the first argument. And it is basically a range. And you can be able to see here that it is referencing cell G2 through G1002. Okay, then B2 here, let me have it in red. This one is the criteria. Okay, so it's the criteria. And then again, we have another range here. Maybe I can use which color? Let me use a different color. We have blue. Okay, it's another range. And this is the other criteria. This is Q2. Now let's see what this formula is doing here. What does it to do? Let me use a different color. Maybe let me use what? Greenish, something like that. No, it's like, just like the other one. So let me use orange. I can go to orange color. Okay. Now, so you can see here that for the first criteria range, for the first criteria range here, we have B2, which is now the criteria based on this range. Okay. Now, then next we have this other one. It's another criteria you can see based on what? Based on, this is the range, this is the other criteria. So they are paired. The criteria range is paired with the criteria, okay? And when the criteria is a text or a string, then it's going to be within a quotation marks, okay? Now, what this formula is doing here is it is trying to count, it's going to count whatever we have in this range and meeting this criteria here. Okay, that's why you can see here. This is an example. How many employees from each ethnicity gets an annual salary of at least $250,000? Okay, so here what we are trying to do is we are trying to count the number of employees. Okay, we are trying to count the number of employees. So that's why we have count. Okay, and we are counting this number of employees for those who are getting at least means more than, at least means $250,000 or more. Okay, so we have two conditions here. We have the count, then we have at least 250. Okay, now we look at probably a different example as we move along. I think I should be having some other example there, but let us look at this formula here that we've talked about, and I have it here. So when I double click that, okay, you can see already it is highlighting the ranges that we have considered. Okay, so like here we have, you can see in column G here, this column G is about ethnicity. Okay, and this one here is the annual salary. So what we want to do is, what this one does is that it's going to count the number of employees. Criteria P2 is this one here. I'm hoping that I'm pronouncing P properly, because you know, not B, P, it should be P. Okay, so what we have here is we have this criteria that we've written here, and we have this one. Okay, so what we are doing is, the moment I place this formula here, in this formula that I'm having here, P2, this one here is actually the criteria, and it is specified in this cell. It is specified in this cell here. Here you can see, the moment I double click that, you can see you see this color here. This color here is just like this color. So meaning that the criteria here, P2, should be equal to Asian, right? Then we have Q2. It is also green in color, somehow greenish in color, which is here. So it is self-directed actually. Okay, it's self-directed because you can see here, for this range here, the first argument, which is the criteria range 1, is actually this G. Is going to base it on this one. Okay, then we will have the criteria B2, which is this one here. Then we are going to have criteria range 2, which is this one here, okay, which is actually the annual salary, okay. And the last, I mean, the last criteria there is Q2. Q2 is actually this one here. So what we have done is we have written some the values that we want to be met in the criteria, so that we are only referencing the columns. Okay. So this Countif is basically looking at a particular range of data or a particular range of cells, and then trying to count whatever meets the criteria. And that's why you can see here that 198, this 198 here is what? Is the number of employees who are Asians and they are earning salary more than what? More than $100,000. So here is equal to more than or equal to $100,000. Black more than or equal to that's 31. Then we have this other tribe 1,000. Oh yes, Dan. I'll do some recap after I finish this. Sorry, don't worry. Okay, so I have this, and you can be able to tell from the data. It gives some information that probably the lowest paid number of employees are the Black. You can see here they're only 31, and I think you can be able to visualize that if I was to to create some chart here, you can be able to see the number of employees who are paid very little. Yeah, if I can insert some chart. So yeah, so to that, maybe I can use a column chart. Yeah, you can be able to see that you can see here the lowest paid, the number of Africans, Blacks who are getting less than 100,000. They are few. Okay, they are few. So you can be able to visualize here, and you can be able to get information from the from the data. So what we are saying here is that initially you have to look at the categories that you are dealing with. Like here we had to get the ethnicities which are represented. Okay, then we are trying to look at those who are getting more than 100,000. Yes, I think this one should have been uniform. Maybe I can make it uniform so that you can see that we have that. So you have to predetermine this, okay? And then now, because this is a value, you basically give it. More than, greater than or equal to means 100,000 and above, okay? And it's now able to count for you. It's able to go through the range, and once it goes through the range, so it will check both of them. It will check ethnicity, and it will check annual salary as the criteria, and then it's going to count when these two have been met. Okay, so Countif is basically used to count a number of items, as we said in our slide here, that the Countif function is used to count a number of items, which of course meets some particular criteria. Okay. Yeah. So basically that's what it works more or less like sums and some if, but of course the moment you see S, it implies that we have a number of criteria. Okay, it's not basically one. Of course, we talk about criterion. Criterion means just one criteria. Of course, several of them, of course, will be criteria. Okay, so we can practice this, and what I want us to do is I want us to find out this using your data, and once you do yours, then you can share on the WhatsApp chats. Just snip that part and you share. So basically what happens here is we are trying to, like here I have, yes, I have this one, of course, ethnicity is the criteria to be met. That's what I have mentioned. It has criteria range 1, it has criteria range 1 and criteria 1. What is very important is from the second criteria, it is optional. It's optional because those are just additional criteria. You can have as many as you can, but of course, we are saying the moment you have the criteria range 1 and criteria 1, then that particular formula is complete, and you are not going to have an error. So I want us to, I think I've described this adequately, or we can as well start off, okay? Can as well start off by trying this, because I really wanted to mention this one in passing. In this exercise 1, no, let's start from here. Maybe let me have it, question 1. And what we want to do is using the same analogy. I want us to find the number of employees from each ethnicity, those who are getting an annual salary of at least 250. So let's go back to our data and we can do it. And once you do, you can snipe and give me that. But you have to create this. You have to create this part. And I want to post this in, let me post it in the, Excel Africa wall.
Well, why don't we do that together? I
yes,
we can do that together here as you work on it, so that we see clearly how to work it out. Then we can do other assignments. Yeah, this first one you're putting.
Okay, are the others agreeing with what Dan is suggesting?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, we can do it together. So let me however post the let me post the, Paul, that's okay. Let me post that. Yeah, let me snipe this part. And I hope Paul is now okay with the snipping. Paul, are you okay with the snipping? Paul, are you able to hear me? So I've shared.
Yes, I can hear you.
I've shared what. Oh,
yes, I can
hear me. Thank you. You had problems last time with the
snipping, yeah.
Yeah. So you are okay now?
Yeah, somehow. I struggled.
Yeah, with practice you will be there.
Okay.
Okay, so I want us to check on the WhatsApp wall. I've shared the what we are supposed to do, and what is happening here is we are trying to create what we call a sub table. I hope you're able to see that. I'm also trying to check on my phone. Yes, I can see it here. Now what we have is let me just start original. Let me start originally from scratch. Now, remember, in this question that we are talking about here, most of the questions come like this because you want to answer a question. You want to answer an objective, and you have the data set. You have the data in Excel. So what you need to do is you need to understand what the question requires, and after you understand what the question requires, see which inbuilt function you can use. Okay, which function you can use for that. So here we are trying to find the number of employees. Remember, you could still count manually, which is still possible, but when you have so many rows, that one may not be possible. So we have the number of employees from each ethnicity. So when you look at this, actually, what we are trying to say is you are considering some multiple criteria in two ranges. Okay, so you have the ethnicity, which you have to consider, and then we have what? We have the salary. So in your Excel, you have to prepare. You have to prepare. Maybe here I will have what? I will have ethnicity. Okay. Of course, you can type ethnicity like that. But alternatively, you can basically put an equal sign, and you click here. So let me just start from here. You see there are two things. I can type, or I put an equal sign and copy the contents of this ethnicity here. I can just click that. So you can see here that the moment I click equal, you can see this formula here. The moment I click equal to, is going to equate whatever we are going to have in this cell to whichever cell I reference. Okay. So when I say let me show you that. Let me show you that practically. Click here. I put equal sign, and then I say P2, okay, should be G2, so maybe I can say G2 equal to G2, okay. So the moment I click G2, you can see here that it's already trending that this is the cell, okay. Then I press enter, so already it's going to, yeah. Or sometimes what you could do, instead of writing the alphanumeric referencing, the G2, you can basically have an equal sign, and you navigate to that particular column. That was G. So I navigate and then click on that. Okay, and then I press enter. So already that one will be there. So instead of typing, you can as well do that. So as we prepare this, so remember one of the criteria is ethnicity. Then the next one is the salary. So I can just click that, and then I have it there. Okay. And then now here, because I'm going to put the formula here to count,
yes,
I can move.
Chemutai, sorry. I saw my G2 is coming to black. If I say equal to G2, it's coming to black.
Okay, which version are you? Okay, maybe what you can do.
Yeah, 2010. Yeah.
Or 2010.
Yeah.
I think it could be, if I'm right, it could be issues of memory. So you can just refresh your desktop, or you can press F5. I think F5 is refreshing. I don't know which is refreshing. Okay, you can minimize all the windows and you refresh. I know it might appear, or you can scroll up and down, and whatever you should have there should appear. Try that. Okay, so we continue as Dan is trying to sort it out. We will still find out how far you've reached. So we have ethnicity, we have annual salary. Now here is where I'm going to have. So I can say, I can label and say number of employees, because we are actually counting. Okay, we are counting. So I've just put that. So now here, I'm going to put the criteria. Remember our criteria here is for the annual salary, we will have more than 250. Okay, more than 250, and ethnicity is Asian. So I'll have what? I'll have here, I'll have Asian. Okay, and then this one is going to work when you don't have spaces in the criteria range, because sometimes when you have Asian and then you have a space, it may not be able to work. So, but let's hope we will have that. So we have Asian. Then here, annual salary, we will have more than 250. 250,000 US dollars. Okay, have that. And this one here is going to be, yeah, you can check in your whatever is shared in the Excel. We have that more than 250. Now there's a contradiction here. I said what? At least 250. Let me see. It was what? It was at least. At least means more than or equal to. So I can modify this a bit to be more than or equal to. Greater than or equal to. Okay. Then the number of employees. So this is now where this is the place where we are going to input our formula. Okay. And as we input this formula, we will reference column G. Column G is the criteria range 1, and criteria we are also going to reference J, column J, and column J is criteria range 2. But these ones will be the criteria. This one is here. Yeah, I can even comment that. Yeah? Any question? Okay, fine. So I can insert a comment there and say that this is criteria. Okay, we have the criteria there. So now what we are going to have, let me move this one this way. Let me just hide it first. Okay. Now what we are going to have is, so we are going to have equal to, then of course the keyword countifs. Okay. Then we have the brackets like that. Then inside here we'll have the arguments now. So we are going to start with criteria range 1. Criteria range 1 is the ethnicity. So I can just go here while I maintain the cursor in my cell. So I can come here and select, I can select this. But since we have so many records, I can just reference. We have G2 through G1000 and I think 1000 and what? I don't know. Let me check down there. I move down there and sorry. Just a minute. Just close that first. Let me check. The last column here is what? It's 1001. Yes, 1001. So I just wanted to be sure of that. So I can just come here. Then I have equal to. Then I have count if. Sometimes it pops up, so you really don't need to struggle. You can still select. That. But first principles is good. So we have count ifs. Then we have the parentheses. So I get into the parentheses. I now reference the first column. I mean the first criteria range, which is ethnicity. So this is G2. So I can just have here G2 through is actually a full colon. So G1001. Okay, that's now the range that we are going to consider. But under which criteria? Criteria is this one here, which is P2, or you can simply like that. Okay, then it's going to generate automatically. Then I have a comma. The other range that we want the one that we are calling criteria range 2 is the annual salary, and this one is J. So J2. So again, I'm going to have J2. So I'll have J2 through J 1000 and 2. No, not 2, 1. It should be 1. Of course, these two ranges must be the same. The first range, criteria range 1 and criteria range 2 must be the same. Otherwise, it may, you might run into error. So we have that. Then after a comma, we have now these other criteria here. And let me press enter. Yes, it is working. So it's going to count. It's actually going to count. And if you can check your data set, let me see, and double click this. Yeah, you can see already that it's selecting the 2, yeah, which is okay. Selecting the 2, and once it meets that criteria, then it's going to count. I think I've made some mistake there. Okay, so we're going to have 8. So you can see that. I hope that is clear. Again, you can, in fact, what I want us to do is, I want us to try now. I want us to try and populate this. From my filter here, let me filter this data. Let me filter this. I see. Should be home. Let me filter. I want to see the number of ethnicities that I have here. Okay. Okay. Want to filter. So yeah, I have how many ethnicities? I have Asian, Black, Caucasian, and we have Latino. So we can. I want you to populate this. Populate this. So the other one is we have. Can be able to see in your charts there. We have Black. Yeah, maybe you can find out Black who are earning the same. Sorry, should we?
Excuse me.
Yes.
It's like I've not gotten it right because I'm not getting the number. I'm getting 0. So, what was the last?
You're getting.
Yeah, meaning there is something I'm not put right. Can you put your cursor there at the result so that I can see maybe where I went wrong?
Okay, so here. I mean, I can even make it clear for you. Let me just have it here. Able to see that? Let me share on the let me share on the on Excel Africa. Yeah, so you have it there. Now what you can do is, I want you to populate this. I want you to populate this. We have Black. We have. I want us to try that from our machines. And I want to appreciate the fact that we are running different versions of Excel. Oh, so we have Caucasian.
Okay.
So we can just use the same criteria here. Then lastly is Latino. Latino. Okay. Then you can have the same thing here. So I want you to populate this part now. I want you to populate that part, and you share on how will I know it is which ones now? Maybe what you can do is, yeah, you can write your name here. You can write your name here so that because we are dealing with the number of employees, yeah, I want you to put there. For example, if it is Salin, you can say Salin like that, so that I can know it is yours, because you will snip this part. So I want you to populate this part, okay, and be able to share. So we have how many minutes to do that? 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes can do. So once you are done, you can post. If you have any challenge, maybe you can also let me know so that we can figure out that.
I'm doing the same thing, but I'm not getting it right. I don't know why.
It is still giving you 0.
Yes.
Now just check if you are in column just check if you are in row number 2, because sometimes you may reference the wrong you should actually start from 2.
Yeah, I'm in row 2.
Row 2 and the right column, which is G.
Yeah.
Now what you can do is share your formula. Just copy your formula and share it on WhatsApp chat. I'll be able to tell if it has any problem. Now let me see. Celine. Now let me just copy that part of the formula, and or you can snipe it and then you send it to WhatsApp chats.
Okay.
Because probably the other problem could be the moment you drag you copy the formula downwards, some rows will be missed out. So you need to lock. You need to lock. So like we need to lock where we need to lock this one. We need to lock the references. I mean this one, the ranges, and you can do that by pressing F4. You can press F4. Yeah, like that. Press F4. And the other one F4. Let me see it can work. Let's see what is the same thing. You see, there's a difference, some slight difference here. Then we have this one is locked. There's a difference between these two. You can see I've just used the $sign to lock, but they're more or less the same. Yeah, that's what we have. Anybody who has succeeded?
Okay, so as we are going on to do that, please kindly fill in the attendance form. If you know you haven't filled it, I am resending the link to the chat. Please make sure you fill it. Thank you.
Okay.
Shad, you can check, please.
Yes, I've seen. Now, in fact, I'm trying to look at it. If we have G2. Now, Celine, there is G2 2001. J2 J1001. Then we have V2. V2. Now, Celine.
Yes.
Now, what I want you to do, I want you to try this because I'm seeing the formula is very much correct. What you do?
Okay.
I want you to where you have 250,000. Just have 250,000 inside the quotation marks. Just have 250 like this. You can just have, just have 250 inside the quotation marks, 250 as a number, and see if it is working. Because the formula is okay.
Not working.
It's not working. You said which version are you using? Version?
2010.
2010. 2010.
Check if I got it right. I have sent my results.
Okay. Now, alternatively, Celine, what you can do is try to save that document. Click save, and you see if there will be any change. Yes, on Onunga, Dan, you are very much correct. Very much correct. Wonderful. That is correct. Yeah, John.
No change.
No change.
Yes.
Now, so what you will do? But your formula is correct. What we will do is you will just send me just save that Excel file and send me, and then I'll check because I'm seeing the formula is correct. Okay.
Okay.
So I can see people have shared. You can even see the results. It's able to count the number of Asians earning more than 250. 250,000 is 8. Black is 0. Caucasian is 4. Then Latino is 4. So that one is working out. I hope that others will keep coming. So far, I've received for. Yeah, I want to make sure that everyone is on board. So Daniel, I think yours is okay. We have Esther, John, okay. Okay. I hope the rest of us are doing it. Should you have any problem, you can also share.
So I share via the email or through the WhatsApp.
Whichever, you can share through WhatsApp so that anybody can access, and then one of us can identify even where the problem is.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So the rest of us, anybody with a problem? So I think what we can do is
Excuse me.
yes.
I'm also getting a 0.
and your version is 2010.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Now I think you can also share the same, Paul. You can share the same Excel sheet, and then we will look at it. Okay. Now, my machine is not working. Sorry, Diana. You can do that once it gets back. You can do that, no problem. Now, what about the rest? The rest of us, are we able to figure out, or you need more time? Yes, we can as well give you more time, and you will do it during break. We'll have a break of that around 10 minutes, so you can do that. Now, so if you will have any problem, you can always shout, and we will be there to look at it together. Now, so the other thing I want to share, yeah, before we get a glass of water, is average ifs. Let me share this again. Well, this one is shared out. I don't know. Yeah. I'm seeing some charts.
Where is the link for the attendance? I couldn't see it. I don't know.
It is on the Zoom chats.
It's
Zoom
in
chats.
the Zoom chats. Let me send it again.
Oh, me, I'm looking. Sorry, me, I'm looking at the.
Yes, just check and see. Have you seen it?
It's okay. Let me click.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So let me move on to the next item. We go to share again. So so we are done with that. Yes. So let me move to average ifs. Now this is more or less the same as count, but now this time it is doing what? It is doing the average. It's doing the average, meaning that whatever you are going to reference, you see, anything that you can get an average are numeric values or numbers or currency, any number. Okay. So this function here will work with ranges which have what? Which have number. Okay. So you can see here, as we have said, we will have the average as one function. Then we have ifs as another function. Sorry, let me use another color. Maybe orange. Yeah, something like that. No, this use blue. Yes. So we have these two functions here, average and if. It works more or less the same as the count ifs function. The only problem is that it's going to deal with number. Where we are going to have the average is the average for the range that we are trying to talk about here. So and basically it gets the arithmetic mean. Average is just the mean, okay? Of all the cells that will meet the criteria. And you can see here that we have average range as the first argument. Then we have a comma. Then we have criteria range 1. Criteria range 1 is the range that we are going to consult. Okay. So this one here, actually, this is more than like, this is more than, it's more or less like sums if. You remember sums if. You start with the range which we are going to undertake the average. Okay. Then now we have criteria 1. Then we have criteria range 1, criteria 1. Then criteria range 2, that. So this other one is optional. From 2 onwards, it is optional. But once you have the first 3, then you are good to go. So if the average use function, we have said this first one is required, the average range is required, the first argument. Then the second argument, criteria range 1, criteria range 2. Range 1 is required, but the rest are optional. Okay. So 1 to 127 ranges in which you evaluate. So you can evaluate up to 127. You can have so many, multiple criteria that you're going to have. Okay. So you're going to have so many ranges, so many criteria. Then we have, we'll have that. Then, in fact, this should be the same point. Okay. So we'll have that. And this is an example. What is the average annual salary of an IT professional per county and city? So you can see in this question here, we are trying to get the average annual salary. Okay. Let me underline that. So actually, we are trying to do the average, but we do the average for the salary based on this criteria. That person must be an IT professional. So in our data here, this is the department actually, where we have IT professionals or the finance professionals. So we are going to use this range. We're going to use this range. Okay. And so we'll have that. We'll have the IT profession. So we'll have this column again. That's another criteria. Then we will have per country. So we are also going to have country. We're going to have country, and country is here. We're going to have country. This is column L. Column L. So we're going to have also this one as another range. We're going to have another range there. And we will have and city, per county and city. So city is another criteria. So we'll find the average annual salary, but that person must be IT professional. So this is criteria 1. And this is criteria 2. This is criteria 3. So for each of these, we will have the criteria range, and then we have the criteria. For example, when you have this country, when you have country as the criteria range, so this will be the criteria range from L2 all the way to L1001. This will be the range, criteria range. Then the criteria now will be what? Will be the country. It's going to be the country. Okay. So we are going to evaluate this on 3 criteria, and it's going to pick those values that meet the criteria and get the average. Okay. And it's possible that we can get the average annual salary of an IT professional per country and per city, because we have cities, an employee is coming from a particular city. That employee is coming from a particular country, and so on. So that's what we are going to have. And we will have this, the average annual salary. So we can do this together here. I had done it before, and you can be able to see here that you do the same way as the Countifs. Okay, you make some subtable, which has the country as one of the. You will be able to see from here all this. It has 1. This is the first column. This is the second column, IT. The third column is per country, and we have the city. So here, we've just done that. We have the country, we have the city, we have the department. Department is where now the profession is coming from, and then we have the average earnings. So you can see here, we can do that. Let me just save this somewhere. Okay. Now what we have is, I want to remove this formula so that we can build from scratch. Yes. So I have an equal sign. Okay. Then I have average. Average ifs is here. We click on that. So I'm going to have in the brackets, I'm going to have the first argument. The first argument is what I am going to get the average. So here, what I'm going to have, whatever I'm going to get the average is the annual salary. Okay, annual salary. So I'll basically come here. I'll come here. So annual salary is in column J. So I'll basically have J2 through, okay, let me just write in capital. So I have J2 through J1000. So J1000 and 1. Then I have a comma. Okay. Now the next argument is, so this is the column that I'm going to do what? I'm going to get the average. So I'm going to have that. Then the criteria one is IT. So I'll have what? Here I'm going to have after a comma. You can see from the syntax here. Yeah, should be here. Yeah. So we have the average range we have specified. Then we have criteria range 1. So criteria range 1 is the criteria on the department. And that department is this one here, D, column D. So I'll have D. So I'm going to have D2 through D1000, 1001. And I have a comma. Okay. That's the criteria should be this one here. So the criteria is United States. So I can just click that. Or what I can do is I can still write United States. So this is a string. So United States. Then we have that. Okay. So we have finished the first one. So that is the average range that we are going to get the average. Then we have the criteria range 1, and then we have criteria is United States. So we start over again. The other one is I hope this one will work. I didn't select by clicking, so I just typed. So the other one is the city. So the city is under which column? Should be M2. M2. So I'll have what? I'll have from here you can see criteria range 1, and then we have criteria 1. Then we have criteria range 2, then we have criteria 2. So here we will have, so the next criteria is the city, and the city here is M2 through M1001. Was it 1001 or 1002? Okay, it will come out. So we have criteria range. Then after the criteria range here, criteria range 2. Then we have criteria 2. So the city here should be Miami. So I can just have a comma, then I have that Miami. Okay, close that. Then now lastly is the department. So I'll have a comma. And what I have the comma, the department is under which column? IT professional. The professionals are here. That should be D. Which was the country now? The city was M. So okay. So the other one is, yeah, the other one is department, which is D2. D2. No, I've just missed something here. I've just interchanged. The country is, yeah, I think this should be this one should not be, because D2 D1 1001 is actually the department. So I can say IT. Okay. Then the next criteria range is M2 through M1001. Then it is Miami. So M2 was what? M was actually the city. So which is okay. Yeah. Then now, lastly, the country is L. The country is L. So I can have L2. Okay, let me use capital letter L2 through L 1001. Okay. And once I have that, then I put a comma. Then the criteria is going to be United States now. So I can have in, because it's a string, so I can have this. Yeah. And let's see if it is working. Like close the brackets, I do that. So you can see that, we have typed from, you can still click to select, but of course you can still type. If it's a text, you can do that. So this one means what? The average, if you round off, this one is 98,295. So this is the average earning for an employee who is coming from United States, from a city, Miami, and they are IT professionals. So we have multiple criteria. So this is basically what I want you to follow. So let me share this. I want to share this part, snipe this part so that you can use, and I'm going to snipe plus the formula. Okay. And I share it on the WhatsApp group. Yes. Oh, Newton had shared something. Okay, fine. I'll look at that. I'll look at that. Newton shared something. Yeah. Oh, it's opening. It's like time to open. Yeah, Newton, I think yours is correct now. It's correct. It's okay. Yours is okay. You have done some good job there. Just like us. So, fine. Okay. Now, I need to. Okay. That. So now I've shared something on the WhatsApp chats to enable us compile our. So I want us to finish this, or as also I want us to just like the first assignment. Remember here we have several states. So let me see the number of states we have here. Again, let me try filter. How many countries do I have? Yeah, I have United States, you have Brazil, China. So you can populate this. We have Brazil, we have China. I think there are 3 countries. Then the cities The city should be many. City should be many. Yeah, we have Miami. We have Austin. Sorry. Maybe I can just have this. Okay, let me just do this so that I can. Okay. Just okay. So I want you to do this. Let me just have some few. Yeah, I think you can just do this few. I want you to do this so that we will see if we have gotten it properly. So let me share this one. I want you to do this again. For those few countries, I think we can do that. Okay, so yeah, let me delete this one so that it doesn't bring any confusion. Yeah. So we have what? We have that. So average if works like just like this. It's only that you need to build some confidence of trying to to put those criteria and should be able to run. So it's now 23 minutes past the hour. Unless there's any question, I would want us to take a small break. We should be back by 4:30. Yes, so that we can start on today's work. Actually, we have started today's work. It's only added addition on the same, and we are going to look at filter and sorting.
You are not given that formula. You've only given the final.
Okay, let me
final
share
answer. But I thought I would see the formula. You can, yes, you can just click that to get the formula. Okay. Then you just whatever. I don't know whether it will work.
Okay. Okay, yeah, it will work. I hope you will. Just one.
But that's not the formula. That's the final. That's the final answer. But the formula gives us if Countif this is equal to this. You know, the one you are showing is showing the final.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if that one answers. Just look at that. I've given you. It's on the top.
It's not. It's not. It's the same as the other one. What I'm asking, if you can click this total, the average.
This one here.
Click it. Yeah,
yes.
click it.
Yes.
Just click it now.
I've clicked.
Click it. I was able to. I'm not seeing the formula. Just click it. I see the formula that was written there. It's not able to give
just
us.
Up here. This one here. Here. This one here.
Yes, that's the formula we are looking for.
Also, let me post it.
Yeah.
Okay. Although I sniped the same, so let me just post it here. But the most important thing is understanding the. Once you understand the concept behind it, there will be no problem building it. Where you have a comma, you'll have no problem. Where you have a quotation mark, there's no problem. But I've just posted it so to enable you populate the other group. So we are saying that we will take a small break, and once we are back, we should be able to embark on something else. But you can still keep on practicing. The secret here is practicing. Try. If it's not working, because whatever might work in one version may not work in another one. Okay. So see you at 30 minutes past the hour. Then we will catch up again.
Okay, so kindly, if you have not filled the form, please fill it. I have 8 responses and we are 14 in this chat. So kindly fill your attendance. It will be used on your overall assessment. So it is good for you to fill it. Please fill it. Thank you. The link is in the chat.
Yeah, the form takes a very short time. I've just filled it myself. So
Okay. Mwalimu, which city did you give for China? Mwalimu,
Yes.
which city did you give for China? That Austin, is it in China?
No. Austin should be where? Should be in US.
United States. Yeah.
But you see, these employees are, all of them are in United States. So they would either be living in either of the cities. So no problem.
Oh, okay.
I hope
But Seattle is in Brazil.
No. Seattle is in China. Is in US.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
All those cities are for US. Eh? So I'm hoping that we are back. If you are able to hear me and you are back, you can type 7 on the chats. Type 7 on the chats if you are able to hear me and you are back. So that I'm sure that we are back, all of us. Yes, Celine is back. Yes, Newton. Only 2 people are Paris. Okay, Philip, thank you. Diana, okay. Janet, thank you. Yvonne, thank you. Fine. So we can embark on this. So Esther, yes, thank you. We are back. Yeah. So I can share my. Let me share my screen now. Okay. So what we have is we have what we call sort and filter, and this is a functionality which is very much important when it comes to dealing with data. You would want to sort. You'd want to sort your data in a particular manner, probably from the smallest value to the highest value. From alphabetically, you may also want to arrange your data, and so forth. So sort and filter go hand in hand, and in fact, you'll find that it is under data in the Excel window. So we have basic sort and we have advanced. Of course, we are saying it allows you to manipulate the data, view different portions of the data, be able to to sort them in a particular order and so forth. So basically, we have basic sorts, and they are basically used to sort and either descending or ascending values. Yeah, you can see here we have descending, we have ascending. Ascending means from the smallest to the largest, or from the largest to the smallest. Descending means from the highest to the smallest. Ascending means from the smallest to the highest. Okay, and if it is numbers, sorry, if it is characters, it means that you will have from A to Z, from alphabetically, from the A to Z. So it's going to sort out in that manner. And what happens is that sometimes the operation may involve basically clicking the column to be active, clicking anywhere within that column, and then you click sort, from the home tab. In some of the versions, it is in data. Okay, like I think for mine here, filter should be under data. I think no, home. Is it home or data? Let me see. Just have that. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, it should be under home. Okay, for my version is under home. For some it is under what? Under data. Depends. But the moment you click home, you can see sort and filter here. Okay. You know, different versions may have different displays, but you can always find. Okay. So so sorting is basically the basic sort means what? Means that it's either ascending or descending, and that is it. That's basic. And then you can be able to see from your window that once you click on the sort, as you can be able to see here, that you can see them here. So you can see we have sort and filter, and there's some small arrow here which is pointing downwards. So when you click on that, you should be able to get these options. So there's the option of I don't know if this one I can enlarge a little bit. Yeah, we have the option of A to Z, Z to A. We have custom sort. Custom sort means you sort by different columns, and then we have the filter. Okay. Now this one gives you a quick view of the data. Just you want to see maybe how many tribes we have here, how many ethnicities, you know, how many professionals we have, group of professionals, how many male, female, and so forth. So it gives a quick check of your data, and you are able to do that. Now let me use an example here. And I want to use this example here. I want to use an example of an employee so that when we carry out sorting, then we will be sure of what we are talking about. Now, let me use, there is an employee here by the name, Bailey. Is it Bailey? Bailey? Yeah, we have it here. Now, let me select this employee by the name Bailey. Yeah, this one here. And let me even color. Let me color so that we are able to see that employee. And you can be able to see here that Aston Bailey is a manager in the accounting department, and ethnicity is a male. Ethnicity, the business unit is a manufacturing. We have male, we have Caucasian, we have comes from United States, then Austin. Now I've colored so that as we sort, you see what happens. Okay. Now let me say that I want to sort this list of employees by department. I want to sort by department. So the column that I'll be interested in is column D. Okay. Now what I need to do is for me to carry out sorting by column D. Remember I said this is basic sorting. I don't need to go to a number of other columns. Basically, I'm interested in the department. So I can just select any cell. You can select here, you can select it down here, you can select even here, you can select here. So long as the active cell is within that column. Okay. So long as you want to sort by that column, then the cursor should be, I mean, the active cell or the cursor should be within that column. So I just come here when I want to carry out basic sort. So I click that, and then do I want it ascending or descending? Okay. Now, because department is a text field, then it means that it's a text, and because of that, you can see already this is active. You can see A to Z or Z to A. Now I cannot go to custom because custom means more than one column. I'm just interested in the IT department. So I mean on the department. So let me sort by, from in ascending order, A, B, C, D up to Z. So I can select that. Now the moment I select that, you can see the first record. The first record is the one that we had colored. Why? Because accounting starts with ACC. So you can see the columns here that when you go down, you can see all of this is accounting. It has sorted out. It has sorted all this up to engineering. You can see engineering is starting from here. So accounting is ending here, and engineering is starting from here. So A, B, C, D, E. E, engineering comes next, and then it goes down like that. So already I have sorted based on a particular column, but of course in ascending or descending order. So, but this one is ascending. So when you do this, you should be able to view your data and be able to tell, able to tell when you sort in that manner. Now again, you can sort by age depending on what you want to do. Maybe if the employees, you want to sort them in order, ascending by order of that. So what you do is, let me undo this so that it is back to normal. Now let me try to carry another basic sort. So age. So I can click on that, any cell within that column. And of course I come here sort, and then so you can see already the application is foretelling that it is number. So you can see from smallest to largest, then from largest to smallest. Okay. Let me say from largest to smallest, and when I do that, you can see in this column that it is sorting, and while it is sorting on this column, it's also sorting the others, because it is it takes the mode of a database, because database treats one row as a case. One row is a case, is a record. Okay, a complete record. So we have that. So you can see here that the oldest person, I can be able to tell that the oldest person is 65, and we have quite a number of them, then 64, and so forth, going down, and so on like that. But in some instances, you will find that you can sort twice. You can sort using two columns, and that is now custom sort. Now let me use the first two. The first one was department, and the other one was age. I can sort using the two. Okay, two criteria. So in that case, what I'll basically do, I may not need to select any column, but I'll just come here again, then sort, custom sort. The moment I click custom sort, it's going to select all the data, because it believes that you can select any of the columns. So you can come here, then you will do what? You will click, I want to sort by department. So I can select department, and I want to sort on what? I want to sort this department on what? Do I want to sort it on the values? Do I want to sort it on the color? Do I want to sort it on the font color? Or do I want to sort it based on the formatting? So all this can work. Like if you have different colors, whether the font is red, blue, it can also sort in such a manner. But what is common is by values. So I can select sort department by values. Then I can come here. Which order do I want? Maybe I want from A to Z. Or this is ascending, this is descending. So ascending, I can have that. Then now I also want to sort by age at the same time. So I will click add level here. So add level, and you can see another sort criteria is coming down here. And I can click that, and I can say age, and then I'm sorting it on the values, and I'm sorting from largest to smallest. So I already have two, and you can add another and another one. You can add another one and another one. Okay. So let me delete this. I can delete this label here. Yeah. So I have two. Remember, you can add more and more custom sort means you are sorting it based on a multiple criteria. So and then I click OK. So when I click OK, you can see the very person, that very person called Bailey, is going down because you can see here as much as Bailey was from accounting department, but the age, the age of that particular employee is that employee is very young, 29. So it goes down there because we are not only sorting by the department, but we are also sorting by the age, and the application will evaluate the two criteria that we are trying to talk about here. And sorting is very important because in a quick snapshot, you can be able to see which employees are older, which ones are in accounting department, which departments are there, which ones are in manufacturing, and so on and so on. And you can be able to get that. Now, so let's move. Related to this is what we call the filter, and the filter is basically used to filter per column. You'll be able to see. I've talked about the custom sorts. I've talked about that. I think you've seen this. Of course, you select multiple criteria. Now, filtering again, we are saying that it's basically used to display data that meet certain criteria. And what happens is you press the filter button on and off. Okay, and when you put on and off, like you can see here, you can tell that the filter is on because you can see this arrow which is pointing down at the end of every column here. You can see here this arrow which is pointing down. It means the filter is on. The moment I click that and I click filter, then it removes. So you can see you cannot be able to do that, but you can still come back and select filter. And the filter means that I can filter using several columns, just like the basic sort. Basic sort means that it's at least 2 columns. So I can say, for example, I need accountants. So I'll basically select here accounting. Okay, I know accounting, and those who are 29 years. You can see here 29 years, and okay. So you can see already my fellow will appear because that it meets the criteria. Okay, alongside the others. So it's able to filter and displays only that data which meets the specific criteria. Okay, so filter is good. Sorting is also good, and you can be able to sort your data and manage your data the way you would want to do and be able to meet those objectives. So I think I'll share.
If you filter by age, what do? You click filter and then you write age.
No. You simply click here. You see age. When I click that, you can see the ages are appearing here.
Oh, okay.
So what you simply need to do is you can select all, deselect all, and then you only select 29.
Okay.
Okay. And then you click OK. Then it's going to say that. So if I want those who are aged maybe 26, okay, you can see. And maybe from engineering department. So I remove account. You simply check. Maybe I can have human resource or marketing. Okay, so you can see. So it churns off the rest and then gives you whatever meets the criteria. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all for today. I really want to stop on time because most of us will be headed for another class so that you have sufficient break. So I will share, remember I've shared 2 assignments now that you need to figure out. But again, I will share something on sort and filter. Maybe I can have this so that you can practice. Now, by color, you can sort by color. let me have what? Let me have, let me remove this sort first. Let me clear the sort, okay. Now what I have, let me color this one yellow. I color this one red. Sorry, I want to use the same. Let me color this one red. Or let me just use this one. I need to undo the sorting. Okay. Is it okay? Let me remove the filter, clear the filter. Okay. I just want to have the data as it was before. Okay, I think I'm there where I was before. So what I want to do, I want to color this as red. Sorry, no, I want to color the cell. I want to color the cell. Color the cell. I color this one red. I color this other one blue. So you see, I can sort by color. So I can select any cell here, then come to sort. Sort from sort what? I want to sort D. I can say custom sort, and then once I'm there, I can say sort by column department, and then I say sort on the color, cell color, and then I can say okay. So you can see that. Let me see. Yeah, let me sort, custom sort. Then I sort the department as cell values. So I change this one to font color, cell color, sorry. And then on bottom, no cell color on the bottom. So whatever doesn't have the color will be on the bottom. And I click OK. So you can see that it's able to sort by color. And it's also able to sort by the font color. Okay. But of course, those are not very common. We want to sort data based on the values. Okay. Or if you have colored your data sheet, then you can sort by color. Okay, thank you very much. I would wish to stop there unless there's any question. You can unmute and ask.
I have a question.
So I will share. Yes.
What you've given us the assignment, when I'm trying to do it the way I did the other one, on this Brazil Seattle, the IT,
Yes.
it's not coming. It's giving me an hashtag div stroke one exclamation stroke 0 exclamation mark.
You are talking of the formula for average ifs.
Yes.
Okay. If you have put it, maybe you can share the Excel file, then I can figure out. Which version are you running? Which version?
It's 2010, Bado.
2010, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you can share, then I can check to see whether we have any problem somewhere.
Okay.
I'm also having the same. The first one ran,
yes,
but the second one is giving me the same result as Daktari.
Okay.
True, I also
okay,
had
maybe. So that's a common problem. Maybe you can share the three, Salin, Dan, and Esther, so that we can be able to tell it, because of the interest of time.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. See you next time.
Good.
Okay. Thank you for attending the class. Let's meet on 5:30 for our Python class. The link is still the same. And if you haven't filled the attendance, kindly fill it. And then, Sir Ruben, I am requesting you to please send the dataset again to the WhatsApp group. Thank you.
Yvonne, just before you leave,
Yes.
I might not attend the next class. The power has run out and I've been using my phone to attend
Okay.
this class and it is also almost going off.
Okay. Okay.